I say, YouTube. Good morning. Kings and queens, good morning. We got a beautiful day here in Las Vegas, Nevada, reporting live from Sin City, home of the 2024 Super Bowl. Couple clouds in the sky, praise to the Most High. Weather about 36 outside. If it's your first time rocking with the boy, I'll be the KING SPR 33. That be me, King Spree, and you locked in with one of the realists. And as always, watch out for that new mixtape. I promise it's coming soon. And on everything I love, you gonna love it. So check me out. Deion Sanders, Coach Prime. Let's talk about it. Let's get into this. Go ahead and do me a favor before we talk about Prime. Go ahead and like the video, please. It don't take much, man. It don't take much to do it quietly. Every time you like the video, it lets YouTube know that they can keep pushing the content to others and help the channel grow. I know it's tough in the beginning. You're only seeing 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 views. But please, if you like it, like it. If you don't like it, dislike it. But any interaction is a good thing. And if you're not part of the family yet, not part of the kingship, go ahead and subscribe to the boys' channel. And make sure the notification bell is on. I know y'all hear everybody say that, but it does mean a lot. It lets YouTube know you're rocking with the channel. You want to see more content. I could be your coffee in the morning on your morning drive, you dig? So Coach Prime. Now, the reason why we're bringing up Deion Sanders is because I want to talk about reinventing yourself, right? And what that really means. So, a lot of times when we speak about somebody reinventing themselves, it's hard to do that in the same space that you gain your reputation. Very hard. Especially when they know you for one thing already, right? So, if you're the fat dude, and you start to make the transition to want to be more healthy, and everybody knows that the food thing it's not like a small thing. It's an actual disease in America. It's not something that's small. To make that transition from being unhealthy to healthier is hard. It's especially hard when you're around people that only see you in one light. No matter how thin you get, they probably still call you fat, this, that, and third, right? If you're somebody bad with money, no matter how much money you accumulate, the vision is still you're the person bad with money. So on and so on down the line, right? If you're the guy that's not known for getting women, no matter how many women you get, they're gonna say, well, you're not good with getting women. So back to Coach Prime. He's gone from being one of the best NFL players of all time, definitely the best cornerback of all time. That's not really debatable, right? Then he's made himself into, he was doing the analysis thing for a while. Now he's the coach over there at Jackson State in Mississippi, I believe, right? Mississippi. And he's made that program not only into a respectable program, they just won their championship. I think it was the FWAC championship. They just won the championship. They were, for the most of the year, ranked the number 1 HBCU team in the country. I think his son's on the team at quarterback. The son won, I guess, their version of the Rookie of the Year or Newcomer of the Year. He also won the Jerry Rice Award. Coach Prime won the Coach of the Year award, I think, and either the Edward Jones Award, or that is the Edward Jones Award. Needless to say, it's been a big year for him in his field of now coaching college football. And then maybe one of the biggest things he's done today is one of the number 1 recruits. I think he's rated number 2 in some places. I think it's like Trevor Jackson or Trevor Hunter. I believe it is. Don't quote me. It could be Travis Hunter, but he signed to Jackson State. Big deal. Huge deal. Mikey Williams, one of the basketball players that's, I believe, class of 2023 or 4, he said that he was going to sign to a HBCU. Here's why it's a big deal. Now that they're allowing people to gain some type of monetary value off of their likeness, a lot of the great players can now start trickling down to the other teams, in particular the historically black college and universities, because they don't have to depend on Duke to get money and exposure. They don't have to depend on North Carolina. They don't have to depend on these bigger programs that are really, literally, in a literal sense, built on bad practices. The people that the buildings are named after, slave owners, people that are morally corrupt, people that did bad business practices, so on and so on down the line. Now we get an opportunity to really not only see the big boys go to the schools that are a little bit lesser in the rankings, but they can now make these same exact schools be competitive. Let's not kid ourselves. Our kind has always been top of the line when it comes to a lot of things: entertainment, music, acting, athletics especially. We've always been top of the line. Our schools have not been that because we can't get the big names. The big names were going to other schools because low-key they were getting paid under the table. Let that be known. That's another story for another day. But the big names we couldn't get. We couldn't get Zion. We couldn't get Braun. He went straight to the league. We couldn't get the players that we know and love now as big in the game. We couldn't get them. The FAMUs couldn't get them. Bethune-Cookmans couldn't get them. Morehouse couldn't get them. You know, these schools and the many others that I don't know, including Jackson State, they couldn't get access to the top tier dude. Even if they did get a meeting with them, the reality is they're not gonna. If you're talking about, we got a TV deal with the local TV station, and we might get a national. If we win we win our division, we'll get a televised game compared to Duke, where they televise every Wednesday. It's a big difference. Not to mention that money under the table, allegedly. But now you got an opportunity to really be not only playing for pride. I wish I went to FAMU. I wish I went to one of the HBCUs and I could rep it proudly. I wish I went there. My story would have been different, but here we are. Not only do we get a chance to rep it with pride, but you also are going to get some of the same opportunities you would have gotten had you gone to those schools that are paying a little bit more money under the table, allegedly, that are giving you more exposure, that are giving you more opportunities. So this is a big deal. And hopefully other athletes will follow suit. If you're really good, if you're really as advertised, bruh, you could go play anywhere and end up in the league. If you really are that dude. Now, for the guys that are on the borderline and they're not really that dude, then of course you got to make sure everything goes right. If you are Patrick Beverly, everything got to go right. Right? If you are D'Angelo Russell, everything got to go right. If you're one of those kind of players, everything has to go right. Even to a certain extent, like the Jimmy Butlers and guys like that of the world, everything needs to go right for them to see you in the best light as possible. But if you KD, LeBron, Steph, the dudes that they got it, they got it, then your talent's going to be seen no matter what. Your talent's going to be seen no matter what. So, congratulations to Coach Prime, Deion Sanders. Coach Prime's in his prime. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, he's 50-something years old. Looking as young as ever, healthy as ever. Energy's high. Praise to the Most High. And it's respectable, man. I ain't going to lie to you. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and we were talking about Sex in the City, and I was saying, bro, they age so horrible, and they're famous, they got money, and they still age like that. And I peeped it, and I was like, yo, the funny thing is, the girls on the show are only 2 years older than people like Jamie Foxx. They're only a few years older than Will Smith, only a few years older than some of them. The girls on the show, ladies on the show, are older than Denzel, older than Morgan Freeman, older than Samuel L. Jackson, older than only a few years away from Kerry Washington, people like that. My point I'm making is that us as black people, man, we're so beautiful, we're so great. And that's not to knock any other race or ethnicity, but we're just so great, right? And now we get a chance to show that on an athletic stage, the collegiate level, to the world. Now we get a chance to show that at a more high value, at a higher value. And it's needed. It's been needed. And this might be the first stepping stone to, even the way he did it was dope. When he put on the hat, like, nah, I'm good on that. Put the other hat on, threw it away, nah, we good on that. Put on the Jackson State hat with smiles, bruh. Now, of course, the analysis are hating already. I already seen a couple articles, they're hating. It's a bad decision for him, da-da-da-da. But that's what they want you to think. They want you to think it's a bad decision. They want you to think that we don't know what we're doing. Because God forbid we get together as a unit. God forbid we get together as a family, as a brothership. Or brotherhood, sorry. Who knows where that's going to go? Who knows where that's going to go? You know what I'm saying? So, happy to see it. Proud moment. Hopefully it leads to bigger things.